And here, we are. We're here. Hello. It gets worse every time.
Sorry, I was looking at the picture of the lady.
Welcome back to Novels and Nightmares, session 24. We're all being gay about Marisha Ray right now.
If you're not, what's wrong with you?
Yeah. If you're not, yes, you are, actually.
I'm being a little gay about it.
Yeah.
Big muscles, pretty lady.
Pretty lady, big muscles.
What's not to like?
Yeah.
I'm being, I don't know what I feel right now.
We've awoken something in there.
Okay, let's play some D&D, guys.
Get the strap! Honey, get the strap! Sorry.
I would like to remind everybody
energy tonight, like already.
we are live.
We should just stop the stream and come back in 5 minutes once we've collected
We keep this shit
ourselves.
rolling. Come on.
Throw the ball.
This is the energy that we're bringing.
The
into
ball
night.
is
rolling up.
Connect. It's volleyball. I watched IQ once, so I know I understand.
Isn't
So
that
basically,
ball is
sports
rolling
now.
up thing not ours? Like not.
Oh,
ours
it's
at
not
all?
ours.
not
It's
ours at
fully
all. Starstruck
D20
Odyssey.
Starstruck Odyssey. 100% not ours.
Okay, I just.
It's not
understand, 'cause I've never-
copyrighted.
I've never seen that
phrase.
movie, so. Guys, I'm so excited.
So we want to go on around and do introductions. Did I say?
Dude,
something
wait,
already?
hold on. I'm so
Uh-uh.
Mint. I'm so paranoid right now because we're being so funny. Can you check and make sure your mic is connected? Because every time this happens, you're
is,
not
yes,
connected.
We're
it
good.
is.
Thank God.
We're being so funny right now.
I just needed that security. That's all.
Thank you
Yeah, okay.
for double checking.
Because every time it happens.
All right, Mr. DM.
Hi. My name is Mint. My pronouns are he, they. I am the dungeon master. Welcome.
He's so charismatic, you guys. I promise. He just gets nervous. Hi, I'm Ariel. My pronouns are also he, they, and I play our cowboy paladin, Zakkas Austem.
The goofy aloofness is part of the charisma.
Yes.
People feel bad for me.
I think it's endearing.
Exactly. Tell me I'm fucking wrong.
I don't feel bad for you.
Yeah.
Well, I don't feel bad for you, but that's because we have a very aggressive relationship.
A threatening thing to hear from your DM.
I don't feel bad for you yet. Anyway,
Oh, God.
who wants to do their introduction?
It's okay. I have pen seal. I don't care.
Wait,
River,
before I
please
start with
save
that,
us.
Okay, my name is River, and my pronouns are he, him, and I play Lunan, who is the silly druid of the thing. And his, yeah. I'm sorry, I didn't know where I was going with that. I was gonna say their pronouns, but I never say them. I don't know why I was gonna do that. Oh.
All right.
Braeden.
And
I'll say. Should I say now?
Go
for it,
ahead.
My name is Sarah. I play. My pronouns are she, her. And I play T, the Tiefling Druid. Pronouns are she, they.
Pronouns.
Woohoo!
Ooh.
Braeden, go.
I'm
please.
Alex.
Somebody.
Alex, go.
My name is Alex, and my pronouns were rescinded when I stopped dyeing my hair blue. And I play Volition, the party sorcerer. Pronouns they them, and their pet dog Thorn.
Oh no, your pronouns.
It's okay. It's okay. He'll get them back
That was-
when he dyes
that
his
was-
hair back blue in 6
that's-
months and forgets that he hates blue.
That's up there. That's up there with zipper tits. I'm not
Oh,
gonna
so I'm
lie.
dyeing my hair like next week, and I consider getting blue dye.
Alex, no. How many times?
You don't like it this time.
My name is Braeden Swain. My pronouns are he, him, his. I play Tomalton TinkerTat, owner of Tat's one-stop shop for all your tinkering wants and needs. Tinkering, it's what I do.
And he went to Scat.
What?
Because
Yeah.
he's wearing this sweatshirt.
I thought he was just
Oh
wearing
my
this
God.
sweatshirt because he likes the bumblebee.
No. He went to Scat, and you know where he also went? You know where he also went? To a little place called Governor's School. He's so silly. Why would you do that?
Every time he appears on your camera, I think that this is the end for you. Like,
No,
Remember
I
that
just-
one time he had a rubber mallet with him? I think that would have been after you left.
Oh, shit.
Braeden, don't get it. Don't get it.
Get it?
We were
Braeden,
toeing
I'm
the line
sensitive.
before.
I'm sensitive. I'll have a heart attack if you do that again.
I'm just a little guy, and I just got engaged.
Yay, we're very
I was about to say
proud.
diversity win, but
It's actually
I'm
diversity
sorry. I'm
loss.
just
Lost.
I'm just so used to gay people, Braeden. I love you guys though. You're my favorite heterosexuals. They're
Frankly, on this show,
Aw.
diversity win. Straight people.
Oh, you know what? Yeah.
Yeah.
Why did he just squirt? Braeden, don't
What?
do that. Because the noodle shot. of his mouth. Guys,
Leave him alone. It's his
I mean-
first day eating.
Guys, I'm loving the vibes of this episode already.
We had a week off and we've devolved into chaos. I know it has been like 3 weeks since
got-
we played, but
chaos is
who
coming.
would like to do a recap of last time?
I think Ari does a great job.
Every time.
Food in
Oh
his
my
mouth.
god, that was inappropriate.
Guys, you can't joke about that.
All right. Last we went off, we went back a little bit in time from where we had ended the previous episode to the night before the fallout of the Baron being, what's the word?
Possessed.
Possessed, thank you. Baron being possessed, Tad having an identity crisis, all that really fun stuff. We went backwards. And Volition woke up in the middle of the night, called a little wormling, and sent off a letter. Cool. We don't know what they're doing.
I had the letter really written if anybody called me on it and demanded to read it. I sent the letter to Mint.
Yeah,
Good.
there is a real letter, but nobody asked about it, so...
No, because we don't ask questions.
So I'm not preparing that hard next fucking time. Y'all get me improving.
We're like
Alex,
fuck around and
when-
find out kind of people.
When have we ever asked you questions?
If I hadn't written it, somebody would have rolled an at 20 on perception.
It's true.
True. Cover all your bases. You never know what does. Expect the unexpected. You know when they taught us that in science class?
What?
Expect the unexpected
what?
in science class? I
My
think
favorite
it's
Bill
usually
Nye
the
episode.
opposite.
He just jumps out from the side of the frame and goes, ah.
that was wrong. That was wrong. I don't even remember what it was.
That feels like a Neil deGrasse Tyson thing, but like just him, because every other scientist is like, no, we're pretty sure.
Ah,
All right. So Volition was doing this kind of sneakily in the middle of the fucking night. You made that wormling get up right at, nap time.
wormlings are crepuscular. It's fine. They're awake in the middle of the night, in the middle of the day.
I'm shaming him. And T was awake, and they had a little bit of an exchange of like, "Don't tell Zach," and she's like, "Okay." Next morning, she tells Zach immediately, and so Lunan's also hanging out. I think Lunan was just vibing for the most part.
Lunan was asleep the whole
Lunan was
time.
asleep, and part of that discussion was Lunan on top of Volition, so Volition couldn't escape because they were cuddling. And
Girl, get down. Sorry, my cat's nosy as shit.
I was being held hostage. Cuddling
Yes.
implies much more active participation than Volition was able to give at that moment.
No, we were
Volition was
snuggling.
grappled. Fast forward to the next morning.
Sure. There we go.
We inform everybody about what the fuck happened in Zach and Baron's room. And Tat again continues to have an identity crisis, and then decides to try and solve that problem in the most ass backwards fucking ridiculous way possible.
That's what I'm here for.
He goes and he finds a cleric of the writing and asks him, how do you find someone to kill, or who
You
should I
asked
kill?
her, who is a person that deserves to die? And she said, I don't feel comfortable answering that question.
Yep. So that was the first time, the first thing that he did. Then we went up to the capital city of Marion.
Oh, before that, he immediately, after having that conversation, went outside and went, can I try to summon a demon? And I said, you know what? Sure. And instead of summoning a demon, you managed to summon the presence of the night serpent through your little
which
hate
is
connection. that
not
you
what
have
I
there.
asked for, but
No,
why?
it's not what you asked for. It's what you got.
Maybe roll better. I don't know.
Kind of a demon.
Maybe roll better.
roll
Have you
better.
considered?
And so she
You did
changed-
something pretty unexpected. You made him have to improv. That's on you, buddy.
So she changed the terms
Added
and
a clause.
said that it has to be a humanoid.
It already needed
Okay.
to be a humanoid. The clause that was added is that Tat has to make the choice completely by himself without any help.
Right.
And didn't she also tell him to shut up or I'm gonna make you kill one of your party members?
Basically.
Implied that she, you know, if you were having trouble choosing, I'll pick for you.
Yep. So I think we raided the bar at Zach's house, I believe. And then we all went to a Marion, traveled, took a little bit of time.
Which we have a map for now. Which is very exciting, and you all should please look at because it took so fucking long.
I looked at it earlier, guys. Swear to God.
Yeah, he spent
Pretty big.
he spent
fun
weeks on that.
fact. This is the largest city in book.
So we got there, and once again, Tat tried to find someone to kill. To do
What can
this, he closed his eyes and spun in a circle and pointed.
And to keep it fair, I have a table where I randomly roll stuff to make an NPC. So I did that. I was like, cool, I'll just randomly make a person. Ended up being a, I think, kobold toddler.
Yep.
Yeah, that sounds like what happened.
Yep. And so, thankfully, Tat was like, I won't. I'm gonna not do that.
That is how that shook down for sure.
Mm-hmm.
What can I say? Softy in here.
That is the bars on the floor.
Mars on the fucking floor.
So then we decided to go to a bar.
Did you say the bar? That's the bar room floor.
The
The
bar is on the floor.
Ah.
So we went to a bar. Almost everybody got hammered. Zach handled his liquor well. Baron got fucking shit faced. I think he and someone else got drunk. I don't remember who it was.
Volition.
Oh yeah,
I still have my little. This is how drunk everybody is.
except for Baron because he's like drunk but like not like making a fool of
Mint.
himself drunk.
Zach only
I
sobered up Baron,
cannot
right?
see
Nobody else got
You
sobered.
don't need to see it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, so Volition is still hammered.
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah,
my
you're
God.
on a solid 8 out of 10. On 10, you are poisoned.
Yeah, one more drink and you're done.
Let's fucking go.
And Baron went off to take care of some Grim Reaper business because he hadn't been doing that, and he's hoping that if he does that, it'll keep Night Mommy Serpent Lady off his back. And
I'm sorry. Is it canon that the Night Serpent is like hot? Like, why do we keep calling her Night Mommy?
First of all, because it's
because
fucking
she's-
hilarious.
You wouldn't
Canonically
fucking talk,
hot.
given
I
the
don't,
opportunity?
like, is ambiguity not sexy to you? Like, I don't
I'm gonna say,
understand.
canonically, she's a bit of a MILF.
like
She
I
had to
don't know.
be.
Yeah.
No, like honestly, I could feel it, like in the tone of his voice, like it's milfy, like
With
truly.
with MILF comes great responsibility and great power.
Milf
Ellie
energy.
understands. You can ask her.
They said you had MILF energy and you understand the power that comes with it. Ellie just blew me a kiss.
Here, I'll just pause it.
Oh,
for
I-
a minute.
Say hi.
Hi. If you're gonna talk, make sure you mute yourself.
You can keep yourself on there.
Okay, we're just
I
screwing
know.
out, you know.
I know. Sorry, don't mean to interrupt the party.
Oh, good.
I'm just saying my goodbyes.
Okay.
Alright.
Here,
I'll messing things up again.
I'll just.
Hold on.
Wait.
That was
I'll mute her.
that was the funniest thing in the world because out of nowhere your dad just behind.
That was the funniest part.
Also, when Ellie wants me to show you guys what she did, and what she did was that's what she did.
Good. You know what I realized recently that's very funny? Ellie is often in the room with you, but has never been on camera during a stream before, and it's very funny to me that she's like the cryptid, like fictional fiance. That's like
The
maybe
cryptid
she
girlfriend that me and
exists.
Braeden
We saw a
collectively
The,
hand.
made up.
the milfy fictional fiance.
She just goes to a different school. It's fine. It's fine. I promise.
From the Baronies.
My girlfriend, she lives in Canada.
From the Baronies.
Your romance partner.
Your romance partner is that guy. It's Baron.
Guys, we're on fucking fire tonight. I don't understand, like.
All right.
We never miss.
Anyway, so you guys go to a bar. Tat tries to find another person. I rolled up another random dude. Ended up being a furbolg.
So
who-
big.
So
way too
fucking,
big.
like 9 feet tall. And you tried to like bribe him into coming back and fighting you, and of course he went no and left. So now you are on a quest to find, you know, somebody weak to kill.
I think I bribed him to do something far sillier than coming back and fight me.
No, you said, yes, I remember. You were like, here, you were gonna like do like. I don't know.
Oh,
what the
you
fuck it
said?
was. You were like, fight me, and
I'm
whoever
gonna tell you a
wins, you're
riddle.
gonna-
If you can answer the riddle, I'll give you
And-
money. And if you can't answer the riddle, I'm gonna kill you. And he
No,
was like,
he said it. No,
No,
the way he phrased it was.
no, he said, I'm gonna do what I
do it."
want to you or something.
You're gonna let me
Yeah.
do whatever I want to you, and we were like, Braeden, what the fuck?
On today's episode of What the Fuck Will Tat Do Next? Nobody knows, least of all Tat.
I was gonna say Law and Order.
Hey, how far into the city are we?
You guys are on the very edge. So if you look on the map, on that the very far middle right, that little tiny blue building on that far right corner, that is the tavern you're in. Not right corner, but like mid right there. That's the tavern you're in.
Yeah.
So you're barely in the city.
The big blue house?
Not the really big one in the middle, but the larger blue. All the littler blue buildings that are in there, those are all
Yep.
like inns.
Right leaning authoritarian, yes.
Excuse me? What the fuck is
Stop
she
using my roads as your political compass map.
Hey, you're the one who made them like that.
They're facing cardinal directions.
Much like the political compass. I'm so confused.
Anyway,
You're
you
the one
guys-
that's making it confusing, dog.
So you guys are in Amerion because you think that, you know, you have reason to believe that the Unwritten might come here. You are, I hope, going to, you know, do a little more looking into what's going on, trying to, you got a few more, like, sort of pieces of the puzzle from the from the library in Ininas, and Marion is not only the largest city, but has the largest library in the world, and would have the notebooks of everyone who has a notebook has one here. So there's a lot of opportunity to do some really good investigating, finding out some lore, finding out some puzzle pieces, if you look in the right places. So, let us hop on in. You guys have just headed out of the tavern, and are you all going together to look for a person for Tat to kill, or is this a Tat is sneaking off on his own?
I mean,
I'm not letting that happen. No way,
so,
no
like,
how.
here's what Tat is thinking. Tat is thinking if Tat finds someone weak enough, yeah, it can be a Tat alone thing for sure.
Cool. If you would like to sort of like slip away from the party and just sort of look around, you're welcome to give me a stealth and an investigation check.
Hey, well, guess what I'm doing? I'm doing the interesting thing.
Hell yeah. Everyone else, please give me perceptions to see if anybody notices.
What do you mean I'm supposed to
Cool.
roll these dice?
Supposed to roll
Where's
those?
my
So-
fucking dice tray, dog?
So that's pretty bad for me.
Oh, I dropped it.
So that's a 19.
19. All right. Everybody, let me know if you beat a 19 on your perception.
Not a chance. I rolled a 3.
Damn.
I got a 10.
I am looking up my perception modifier, but I rolled a 17 on the die.
Hmm.
I don't have a perception 17.
Hold on. Let me pick this up and put it down.
Look at Nifa. She's
That-
just standing there.
I'm sorry. This is taking me forever. Perception. An 18. Fuck.
So cool.
Well, I didn't want to go anyway, so.
All right. Nobody beat a 19?
No, none of us
No.
fucking see it.
All right. So, Tat, yeah, you managed to slink away. Give me that investigation check, please.
Investigation.
Did you just get a nat 20?
That's 20. That's a nat 20. That's a nat 20.
Hey!
Oh, my
And that's
lord.
also-
Yeah.
That's also a 32. So just want to be a. So okay.
Go fuck yourself.
All right.
What?
You start sort of slinking around in the alleyways in the city, hiding in the shadows, as you know your namesake suggests you can do. And you start heading a little bit deeper into the city, and sort of between a like shop and a little like courtyard with some trees in it, you spot a human looking guy walking out of a shop. He has like a little bag in his hand of like things that he's purchased. And you see him sort of like waving goodbye at the to the shopkeep, and as he sort of turns the corner to go into the courtyard, you see him stick his hand into his pocket and pull out something that looks decently valuable, and give a sort of like a sort of like sneer to himself of like self-satisfaction as he pulls
Like he
this-
stole it.
like he stole it. Yeah. And yeah, he looks just like some regular dude. And
That's
he's
cool.
heading into a courtyard to sort of go. It looks like he's sort of like cutting across maybe to go home, and is like gonna be passing in between two trees. That on a nat fucking 20, he's gonna be very quickly passing in between two trees that would obscure him from the view of anybody around.
Cool. I want to kill that guy for sure.
Hell yeah.
Let me pull up my stats for my little special thing.
Yes, I sent those to you, right?
Yes, you did.
Okay, good.
That I can remember. Absolutely.
If I didn't, I do have a post-it note here.
Yes, it's right here.
Okay.
Okay, so that's...
And I believe, since you are coming out of hiding, and this is a melee weapon, you would also get sneak attack on top of this.
That is also true. But that's my... Here, I gotta roll here. And I gotta do old school math. Alright. Oh god, that's so bad. Oh my god, that's like really bad. That's a 10 to hit.
Believe it or not, his AC was 9.
He's a fucking
Oh, man.
commoner.
He's a fucking commoner. So yeah, a 10 hits.
Cool.
Go ahead and roll damage.
So any hit auto crits.
Correct.
Good Christ.
So you are gonna double your die.
Cool. And with the rapier, so that's 1d8.
Yeah, so 1d8, so you're going to be rolling instead 2d8, and plus your sneak attack, and you also double your sneak attack die.
Cool. So let's see, 2d8. That is plus. That's 16 plus 16. Oh my god, 16 plus 42. Is
Go.
What?
You did more than 14, which would be double his hit point max.
Oh my god! Oh, now I feel bad. Okay.
You tell me what it looks like as you absolutely obliterate this man in one hit.
Oh God.
So
This is
what
dark.
it looks like is I fall out of the tree. I'm sorry. I think a better description is I drop out of the tree, and rapier down, shink, and yeah, just like marionette puppet. I think is the best way to describe that. Of like all of a sudden very firm and then very limp.
Stop! Don't.
I think it's probably what happens.
Cool.
They make clothes for that, I think.
You know, 1 in 5.
I just texted that to River 2 seconds ago.
What? Wait, what?
One
in
brain
5.
cell.
Braeden, do you not get the joke?
No. I totally get it.
Okay, I had to make sure, because I was going to explain it to you.
No. I got it. It doesn't need to be said on the stream. That's okay.
Cool.
Giggling.
So, yeah, you drop from the tree, absolutely ambush this man, doing like 6 times the amount of damage needed to permanently put him in the ground in one hit. And you do hear a, like, as the rapier plunges into him, you hear sort of like gasp and like a choking noise for a moment. And you see in the like 1 second that he has to try to figure out what's going on, you see him look at you and you just see confusion and terror and sadness in his eyes before the light goes out of them.
I'm gonna cry tonight.
No.
I thought I was gonna make this easy for you.
Oh no, I
That
assumed it was gonna be
like,
hard.
oh, he died. You did it. Yeah, no, you see
After all this time, Braeden.
You see the terror of a man who thought he was just going about his day suddenly have his life ended out of nowhere. And you feel the rapier in your hands sort of get a little warm for a moment. And make me either an arcana or like a religion check.
Ooh, they're the same, so it's just bad. It's a 9 either way.
Something magical is happening with your sword. And you do sort of see it very, very subtly, very slightly, sort of like glow purple for a moment. And you, as you look at this man and you look because his eyes are right at yours, despite the fact that the light has already gone out of them, as this happens with your sword, you almost see it becomes even more so. He seems inside even more empty than he was just simply in death. And you feel a presence behind you, and you can hear the rustle of a cloak as you feel her lean to your ear and say, "Excellently done, Lamley. You're quite good at this. As a token, feel free to keep the sword. Perhaps next time you need something, we can be in contact. You've done well." And then you feel the presence disappear.
I'm gonna take the rapier, and I would like to snap it over my knee.
Okay. I gotta make you make a check for this.
No matter what you do, you're gonna hurt yourself.
Make me a strength
Yeah, no.
check.
I realized that I said that like a wall of rapier is not sharp on the sides. That's its thing.
It is
Right?
hard metal. It's also a magical weapon. So this
Okay.
is...
Well, you know what? And you know what I'll do? You know what I'll do instead? I gotta look at this map again.
Can
if
we
you
make
bend
a
it enough,
Hey,
counter?
look, there's like a
boomerang
bot.
stats.
We can have a Viking funeral for it.
Can we make a counter that I can trigger in chat every time Braeden makes an interesting idea that will not work? But he's trying
I
so
think we
hard.
should try to break it. If we bend it enough, it's got boomerang stats.
You can't break magic weapons. That's the whole
It's
thing.
the whole thing of magic weapons.
Can't
So,
snap it in half.
so what I would like to do, is there's a body of water on this map.
There sure is.
I would like to put my hood up and travel to this body of water,
Cool.
and just toss that shit in there.
Sick.
Viking funeral it.
Um,
Blow it up in the water.
Sick. It's gonna take you a while to get over there, probably like a 20-minute walk. Like 10,
Cool.
20-minute walk somewhere in there. But you
I'm not doing anything else.
head on over there. Are you, just so I know geographically, are you going anywhere near, you see it sort of up in the like higher corner there, that is a noble, like the noble house of the town. Are you going near that, or are you going more in the area where there are just like normal houses?
I'm staying away from the house. I'm just trying to get to the body of water.
I figured. I just wanted to double check.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So you head over. It's a beautiful, clear lake. Lake. Somewhere in between a pond and a lake. Yeah. You can go. Are you just tossing it in?
I I would like to say before I just throw it as far as I can toward the center of the lake, I would just like to say we're done and toss it.
Cool. Make me a Arcana check again.
That's another fucking nat 20. That's
Oh
nuts.
my god.
Okay.
That is 2 already. I hate myself because something bad's gonna happen now.
This is
Braeden,
actually
don't-
going to be. This is a good nat 20.
Okay.
I'm gonna make this a good nat 20 for you. 'Cause you
Aw,
just had a
it's like
rough
little engagement
time.
gift.
As you can tell as you toss this away, the last thing she said to you is, I'm going to let you keep this sword as a token, and the next time you need something, you know, we can be in discussions. As you toss it away, you feel a sort of connection that you weren't aware of be severed. That
Oh,
sort
shit.
of you holding on to this would have sort of been sort of like a bargaining chip for the Night Serpent, essentially. Like, you choosing to keep a gift or a token from her would essentially be a, like, soft opt-in for any future contracts with her.
Yeah, like implied consent.
Exactly. So throwing
Yeah.
this away and making that sort of statement will probably upset her. However, it will probably put you in a safer spot in regards
Cool.
to her
That-
moving forward.
And even if it didn't, I was still gonna do that. So,
She's gonna get her
But I'm
panties in
glad
a wad
that-
anyway.
It's about the drama of it all.
It's about the drama. Yeah, you toss it.
Yeah.
You toss it as far as you can. You see it sort of like hit the water and just start to sink into the clear lake.
cool. And I go find the people I care about.
Aww.
Cool.
Stop, I'll
Um,
cry.
Everybody else has probably like an hour. While Tat kills a person, has a crisis, goes to a lake, and then comes back. What are y'all getting up to in that hour? It probably takes like 5-10 minutes for everybody to notice that Tat's gone.
Shit.
Well, guys, Tat, fuck, guys, he went off again. Oh, man.
That sneaky fuck.
Okay, well, I'm gonna be honest. I was gonna ask, can we go to the library?
I mean,
Tat can have his side adventure. I don't really care about that right now. He's having his thing.
to be fair, I don't
Some-
want him setting
some-
foot in another
Some
library.
part of me, some like where deep in my soul, because he is someone that I deeply care about, and we have a bond that I think he just doesn't quite understand yet. That he's going to complete this mission by himself, and that if we intervene, it'll fuck him up so hard in the ass that we should just do our own thing.
Sure.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
I do. He needs his time. He takes a minute. He's got to look at
Yeah,
all the options.
He's healing. He's
Yeah,
healing.
No, he needs private, quiet time right now.
Yeah.
I
and
kind of thought it would be funny to see him get hit that hard again, but if we want to let him have his moment, he can have his moment.
yes, and as we say, some people heal in different ways, and I want to heal. Sorry.
Volition, just so you know, it's gonna happen again. It happens quite a lot. I've knocked him several times because he does run his mouth. So just
Yeah, don't even worry about it.
give him like 30 minutes. With that said, Lunan, don't you have like 2 boyfriends?
No, I don't.
Okay, well, did you want to? Because I know that you had said that you were gonna email one of them, and I don't know what that is.
Yeah. It's in the works, honey. Don't even worry about it.
It's in the works, honey.
Don't even worry about it.
We're feeling goofy. Nah, but that's no, we'll take care of that later. I got other things to worry about.
Do we know what we want to look for in the library?
No. I don't.
I mean, firstly, we could do some recon and see if there's any, like, suspicious shit. God, I'm sorry.
Is the library the big building in the center?
It is a big
Yeah.
building in the center. Yes.
Cool.
Cool. So you guys are gonna head over to the library.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think Tat would know that that's where they were going to end up going, so I think
we,
he can.
we can assume that you all can sort of meet up there. As y'all are walking, Volition, you see a off sort of like perched on a little rooftop, a familiar little red wormling with a little letter strapped to its front.
This is while we're headed to the library.
Mhm.
Can I just fall back from the group a little bit, and then catch back up once I have the letter?
Yes, make me a stealth check, please.
Can I make a
Absolutely.
perception check?
Absolutely. Yes, everybody.
Oh, do you have to?
Where are my
You can,
dice?
like, you can just. You
I
can
rolled
just...
a 5 on the die. You're probably fine.
Oh, awesome! I rolled an 8.
I rolled. Wait, oh, I got a 17.
Fuck. Worse. Shit.
Yeah, I rolled a 6, so you're good. I'm rolling like dick tonight.
I rolled an 8.
Twinsies. Battle bond.
You guys keep rolling the same die on stealth and perception checks.
Oh fuck! Right, that happened last session too, huh?
Yeah. I'm
It
gonna
could happen
say,
one more time. Type bond.
Lunan, you notice Volition sort of purposely backing up a little bit.
Yeah. Just walking slower than everybody else until I'm like 10 feet back.
I'll let it slide.
Okay.
I'm feeling polite tonight. I'm not looking for anything. Not a bit of trouble.
God, I love the Volition who has now been caught on every stealth check they've tried to make. Genuinely is just like, I'm so fucking stealthy. None of these people. None of these people.
I'm so
Don't be
good.
suspicious. Don't
I'm
be
so good at this.
suspicious.
Cool. Yeah, the little wormling flies on up to you, sort of like hovers in the little air with its wings flapping, and sort of like presents the little scroll of a letter strapped to his chest.
He's so good.
That's so cute.
He's so good.
I tip it a couple
He's
gold
doing
and I
his
take the
little
letter.
job. Cool. Yeah. He sort of catches the gold in the air and like crunches it as it goes, and it's gonna sort of then like sort of drops to the ground and chills for a second while it's crunching on its gold, sort of waiting to see if you will have a response. You open up the letter. You see it is a response to the one that you sent. It says something along the lines of to our dear child, how lovely to hear from you. It has been some time. Glad to hear that you're doing well. Please enjoy your time in Amerion. A few of your cousins are actually visiting there soon, and are, how do I want to word this? Few of your cousins are visiting there
If you
soon.
want to give it a minute and either DM me later or read me the letter in a little bit.
No,
that's...
it's all good.
Oh.
It's all good. I am also going to be DMing you.
Here, okay.
Few of your cousins are visiting soon.
DM?
Yes.
Can I do something really quick?
Sure.
Can I stop? And I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna look at Volition and I'm gonna be like, "Hey, can I talk to you really quick, one-on-one, me and you, right now?"
Go for it.
Yeah, they shoved a letter into their bag.
Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna walk up to them, and is there like, I don't know, like an alley?
Yeah, there's a fuck ton of alleys.
Okay. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna look at the rest of the party and be like, hey guys, you guys can go on ahead. I need a second to to be honest and be up front here. I'm a little nervous about this.
This.
Don't, Volition, you're not part of this conversation right now.
Okay.
That's
And
you guys.
What
You three in
what
front of me.
exactly are you worried about?
I'm getting my memories back, guys. It's anxiety-inducing.
I imagine.
Yeah, so you guys go on ahead, but I'm gonna debrief with my bucko over here.
All right.
Past BFF, but we're trying to work it up again. Do you guys understand? Yeah, I mean, you probably don't understand. Just go on ahead. Don't mind your business.
I understand. Everybody's got their stuff. We'll be up there.
Okay.
I'm not happy to leave Volition alone.
Not alone. I'm with Lunan.
We're BFFs.
I'm his bucko. What, buckaroo or bucko?
Bucko.
What was it you said? Because that was so good.
Okay, so we're gonna go into an alley.
I'm gonna stand there uncertainly and look at Zakkas and look at you to tell me what to do.
I'm also like, as we're going back, I'm gonna turn and like look at you guys, and be like, "Oh,
T, do you want some ice cream?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's an ice cream shop nearby. Fuck yeah, you guys go get ice cream. Cool. In the alley, you two sort of sneak off to the side.
hey, Volition, you said your parents wrote to you, right?"
I said I was writing to them.
Yeah, I'm just asking about like your letter. Like, what does it? I don't know. Can I look at your letter really quick, please? Honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you. I want to know if you're telling the truth.
Can I, like, insight check this? What is the vibe here?
Yeah, go ahead. River, you set me a DC, and you are free to tell me what Volition
I'll
gets.
be fully upfront. I'm telling the truth.
Cool, I'll be fully upfront. I rolled a natural 1.
Holy shit!
Unfucking readable.
Closed book. Alright.
Honestly, I think probably so open book that you don't know what to do with it is a better description.
Yeah. I've never known what's going on with you. I guess that's kind of really private, you know?
I know, but look, man, I'm nervous, okay? About everything that's going on. I don't know. Listen, I remember that you were my friend, but every time I've met someone from that, they've been bad. And I don't know. I just want to trust you, and I want to be your friend. But I don't like the way that you and Baron have been looking at each other. Creeps me out, dog. And Baron, he's done some fucked up shit.
Yeah.
But I trust that guy. He looked sopping fucking wet yesterday, man. I don't... Or was that today? I don't know.
It was this morning.
Yeah, that was
God,
just-
no.
morning.
Volition is still kind of drunk. Volition absolutely laughs at that. Yeah.
Plus, and I'm also gonna be honest with you. You've been really sneaky, and I don't understand why you can't be upfront with me.
I mean, I could, but what would you remember? Like, yeah, here's the letter from my parents, but
Woof.
Can I make like an Arcana check on it or something?
Go ahead and make me a straight intelligence check.
Fuck. Okay, I need these dice not to fuck me. Cause I'll literally puke and throw up everywhere and look like a dumbass idiot for all of this if this doesn't go well for me. I know something's afoot.
One.
Fuck. Got a 10.
It
Everything
is.
is so hard.
Yeah, it is addressed to what did I say? Our dear child. It is a nice, polite, response. From it doesn't feel very personal. It is just sort of like an update of like, it's nice to hear from you. Glad that you're alive, living life. Here's some updates for the rest of the family. Your cousins are going to be in the same town as you soon. And no sort of like invitation of like, we would love to see you, or like, I love you. Just very like, it is nice to hear from you. Here are updates about us.
I acknowledge that you've sent a letter. Here is the response that I am supposed to send back for manners, I guess.
Essentially, yeah.
Ooh, actually, there might be a fun piece of information that Lunan doesn't know on it. On the front of it, if it has a name on it, they probably would have put Volition's last name on it, right?
Yes. Yes, they would have.
And I so remember that. That's definitely a name that I remember.
I also remember that
so well.
much.
Your guys' memories are just so good. Like, I'm.
God, right? No,
I have it. I just don't know how to pronounce it. Amaris?
Amaris. There we go.
Amaris.
But at the same time you did, yeah.
O-M-A-R-I-S.
Okay. Well, then I'm just gonna kind of like skim it, and then I'm just gonna like fold it up, and then I'm gonna pass it back, and I'll be like, I'm sorry about that, man. You gotta understand I'm sorry.
Real
No,
quick,
it's like I told T.
Okay.
make me a history check.
Okay. Okay.
Switching it
Okay.
up and no longer giving the fucking druid wisdom saves.
Okay. Fuck. I gotta. Oh God. 4, 8. I'm gonna. It's like it. What a joke. Am I right?
I'm gonna give you the tiniest crumb.
Oh, fuck.
Because I want to
Woo!
give you something. The tiniest crumb that is not going to actually really tell you much. There is something about this paper.
Okay. Fuck, it's made of a tree. I don't know. Okay. Whew. Well, here's your letter back.
Thanks. And yeah, no, it's like I told T. Sorry for being, I guess, dodgy about it. It's just weird, you trust these people, so I want to trust these people. And if you trust Baron, I'm sure I'll come around to him. He just, he and Tat both are just really strong personalities, huh?
Yeah, no, they are. But, I'll be honest with you. Everyone else up here, they are all pretty cagey about everything that they're going through. Let me tell you, me and T are not in on anything that goes on at all, ever.
We do need to fix that. I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. This is not shade. I just think it's really fucking funny.
It's funny because you and T are the only ones who are in any way updated on what's up.
It
with
feels like a
Volition.
divorcee situation. It's really great.
And after all, T can just be bribed by ice cream and just be like, okay, I'll leave whenever I was interested in.
You got right.
God. You know, I do feel bad about being cagey though. Like, you don't deserve to get that from them, and you don't deserve to get it from me. So if there's anything, if
They
there's
would
any
do
answers you
wonders
want
with
to
a
know,
therapist.
yeah, it kind of seems like it.
Yeah.
Is
It's
that
okay.
like okay?
No,
like, in
but
general?
honestly, I think him and Baron will fix each other. I don't know how to explain it. Like, isn't it two negatives make a positive or something like that? I don't know.
I think on paper, yeah.
Yeah, well, don't we live in the world of the author? And that's
I
guys, and the episode.
Lunan suddenly dives headfirst into religion.
We're done. Guys, I can never be funny again. I have to retire right now.
That's it. That was the peak.
Holy shit. And Braeden's like not even with us. Braeden, I was just the funniest person alive and you're not even here.
I'm here. I heard it all.
You just didn't think it was funny.
You're not laughing, so I'm just wondering why. Guys, my stomach hurts.
Braeden, can we get a breakdown review of why you're not laughing at River's funny joke?
Wait. Oh, don't Braeden, don't talk yet.
Ugh, God, no.
Okay, Braeden, you can talk, but I can't listen right now.
Sarah, is that you humming?
Sorry.
No, you're good. I just didn't know what that noise was.
Do we want to cut real quick to T and Zach getting ice cream while River collects himself?
Sure.
Yeah, there's a cute little ice cream shop. What flavor do you get?
What are my choices?
This is a big, big, nice ice cream shop in a large city. There's pretty much anything you can think of, they probably have.
I've never seen so many flavors of ice cream before, and I'm dumbstruck.
I love Dungeons and Dragons.
What sort of ice cream do you normally like?
Let me think of that for a second.
This is one of my favorite questions. What is your D&D character's favorite ice cream flavor? We delved into this last episode of Gentlefolk.
Respectfully.
What is Zach getting?
Mint chocolate chip.
I respect it.
I love mint chocolate chip ice cream.
Me too.
Ooh, you know what I fuck with though? The For Real milkshakes, the peanut butter chocolate ones. Oh my
Peanut butter chocolate
god!
is a good flavor.
Oh my god. It's like a little treat. Sometimes my coworker, kind soul, will go to Exxon and get them. And for me. And it's like a treat because I'm lactose intolerant. She doesn't want me blowing up the toilet again. True story. True story. Just genuinely true story. It exploded. The hallway flooded. 3 died. They were brave.
3 died. They were brave.
T, if you need a second, we can come back to you.
I'm just trying to. I'm gonna get chocolate chip with green sprinkles and blueberries.
All right, perfect. Yeah, you guys get your ice cream. We'll pop back to Lunan and T. Anything sort of finishing up this interaction here before you join back with the ice cream goers?
Actually, yeah, Volition actually offers, just to make it up to you, because that was a shitty thing I said about you remembering things. I'm sorry about that. I didn't really.
That was nuts.
Sorry,
Before
I
I
didn't
open my
remember
mouth.
the joke.
God. Not giggly. I'm not giggly. Yeah, that was a shitty thing to have said. I should have thought more before I opened my mouth. Just to make it up to you, if there's anything you do want to know, I'll try to be more of an open book.
No, man, it's okay. Honestly, I was the one who invaded your personal space, and that's on me. And I trust you from here on out. And I'm gonna wrap my arms around them and pull them into a hug and pat them on.
Oh, they give you a really big hug back. Thanks. I trust you too.
Well, I think that about wraps us up here. And just for
Yeah, I think I heard one of them say ice cream.
Oh my god, yeah. Did you see that? My cat just sat down. That was such a delightful thing. Really, the most wonderful thing in the entire world.
Let him play D&D with us.
He thought, oh, she looked at me. Oh, God. That was loud. She's so cute. I love ice cream.
Let's go.
Yeah. And when we go up to the group, I'm gonna walk up to everybody and I'll be like, guys, from here on out, you guys can trust Volition. I got their back. Trust, because I invaded their personal space so that you guys could trust them. And I invaded, and it all checks out.
And it all checks out.
It all checks out.
I turned to T actually and say, my parents wrote me back. Volition read the letter.
Lunan?
We're good.
Are you Volition?
Volition, sorry. Yeah, I'm fucking a little bit spaced out, sorry. Fog brain. Lunan read the letter.
I did.
Are you okay?
It's about what I expected, you know. Apparently I might have some family in this town, and they definitely didn't invite me to come see them, so that kind of felt like I probably shouldn't. How long are we gonna be in Imarian?
I mean, likely for a bit.
So I have a question, or maybe it's a question for Alex. Because you were in a different city when you wrote. Did you write in your letter that we were going to Imarion?
You don't know.
Yeah, you don't know. You didn't ask to see that letter.
Oh, okay.
The return letter got sent to Imarion.
Okay, so well, I guess I'll just ask. Did you tell your parents that we were heading to Imarion?
Yeah, they liked to travel, and I kind of figured it might not hurt to ask if they'd be in the area. They won't, but I have some other family who might be.
Okay.
Zach's
Just
gonna.
wanted to
Oh, good.
make sure.
Zach's gonna reach out to like kind of put his hand on your shoulder, but it's gonna like wait for permission to do so.
They don't look like they're not leaning into it, but they don't stop you.
Okay, they'll put his hand on their shoulder, just be like, "If there's something I understand, it's that. But who needs them? You have a new family now."
Oh no, they look like they might start crying all of a sudden. They're still kind of drunk. Thanks.
I just keep looking at Nifa in the background.
So delightful.
She's
that thing.
Small.
Small size.
Small.
Look, I can look.
Little baby.
Oh my goodness, where's our little baby? Oh, he's sleeping in his castle.
I want to see my little boy.
Cool. Just to know, Lunan and Volition, are you guys getting ice cream too?
Yeah, fuck yeah, why not?
All right.
Can I make a guess as to what ice cream Lunan wants?
Go
Weed.
for it.
I was gonna say
Weed
Zach
flavored
almost
ice
ordered him just like a matcha, but like didn't want to like speak for him.
Oh fuck! Oh my god! Because I was thinking honey, but like, what about honey and matcha?
Ooh.
Are you guys hearing me out on this? Because I think I just
Hey, River, if you want a honey matcha latte, I can definitely make that happen.
stop Braeden because I will say things that are not like appropriate for the stream.
I don't know what that means.
And me, I'll tell you later.
Excited.
I'm very excited. I love it. Sorry, that was a lot, and I understand.
All right, Lunan gets some honey matcha ice cream. Volition, what are you getting?
Cherry chip.
Respect. Cool. And you guys head off to the library. Ice cream.
yeah,
in
I want
charge.
ice cream so fucking bad right
God,
now.
Me
right?
too. Do we
This
still
is
have
worse than
ice
when
cream
when
sandwiches?
Braeden started making like
Yeah, but
fancy
they're
drinks
kinda gross.
the other week. I want ice cream so bad.
Fuck.
Hey,
I
you know,
love
I'm gonna go get my banana split ice cream, I think.
Braeden, can we get?
Aw.
Oh fuck, Braeden, can we go to? Oh, wait, I have an idea. I'll tell you later. But yeah, I have an idea, and it's gonna be so good. I need to write it down. I need to write it down right.
I don't think we've ever seen River look that intense. On
To be
stream
able to
before.
muster like an eighth of that level of excitement for like any plan I make is the goal, is the dream.
6. So you guys head toward the library. You have ice cream. Tat, if you figured that they would be heading there, I would say with the like ice cream detour, you guys all arrive around the front of the library right around the same time. So you can sort of spot each other.
Does he still have his cloak on?
Braeden, you tell me. Are you trying to be
Um,
sneaky?
When I see people that I know, I think I take it off.
Cool.
I'm gonna go. Oh look, Tat suddenly appeared.
Yo, Tat! Oh my god, how you doing, buddy?
Everyone, please make me perception checks real quick.
Okay.
Oh,
Fuck! I dropped my dice.
God.
Oh,
Why?
where'd it go?
It's not that dramatic. That every time I call for a roll, it's not a huge
Uh-oh.
dramatic thing.
I don't trust
there it
you. Perception?
Perception.
13.
13.
7.
I got an 8 again.
Sorry, to clarify, everybody except for Tat.
Cool.
21.
Sick. Anybody who got over a 10 will notice that Tat no longer has his rapier.
Yo, my god! Your thing's gone. That's literally crazy, man. Good for you. I knew you'd do it. I don't know what you're doing, but like, awesome, dog.
Who is this? Where did Lunan
I don't
go?
know, but I'm in love.
I'm feeling great. We're feeling positive about today.
You got ice cream.
I got ice cream. We're living the good life, man. Lunan has hobbies.
So I'm sorry. What was the question that was posed to Tat?
Was there a question, or was it just like good for you? I don't know what happened, but good for you.
Yeah, I saw your things missing, so I said good for you.
Okay.
Girl,
I think
get your head out the mac and cheese. You will have diarrhea.
so.
Sorry, just sticking your head in mac and cheese.
I think Tat is just silent and sulking. I think a bit, and is definitely drenched in shame and guilt.
What's new? You know what I'm saying? But sorry.
Oh fuck.
Tat, listen, we got a lot going on right now, but long story short, Volition, we're tight now, but we're gonna go to the library.
Zach hands Tat a waffle cone of coffee ice cream.
We'll talk about it later. Because you're probably not gonna tell us right now in public.
I don't know what's happening anymore.
You have a waffle cone of coffee ice cream now.
Yeah, with like Bailey's like chocolate on top.
Oh, that's lovely, actually.
Because he's like so, but like he doesn't like he waits like he's so secretive. Look at him. When has he ever like not been like, guys, we need to get to a corner and talk? Not out in the open. He's got a lot of secret things going on that need to be a
You
secret.
do see,
for a
as
thing.
you're saying that, you're like in a main square. There's a lot of people, walking
Yeah.
around, walking
Yep.
by you.
He's a prostitute, guys. Don't worry. I'm covering your ass.
Are you guys gonna hang out out here? Are you gonna go into the library?
Yeah, I'm a pimp. I'm covering his ass.
I'm gonna keep an eye out for Baron, just kind of see like if he's.
Cool.
Oh, I forgot he wasn't with us.
Yeah. Make me a perception check.
I forgot he wasn't with us, and I was saying three guys, referring to Baron and T. Completely forgetting he was there.
Perception.
I wasn't sure if you were referring to Baron or Tat, and which one you forgot wasn't there. So I was just like, yeah, perception.
Oh,
Can I also
man.
keep an eye out for Baron?
19. Yeah, everybody can keep an eye out for Baron.
It was because I was
it's
looking
gonna
at
be
Mint.
a real high DC because he's going into like houses and shit. But
I rolled a 19.
14.
on a 19, I will say you don't see Baron, but I think you do hear in the crowds. You hear like a couple of like whispers of like, oh, did you hear? People are scared that the Grim Reaper is in town. There was a mysterious death, like an hour ago. That people are saying could have been the Grim Reaper.
Yeesh.
Yeah, in fact, you actually hear people say there's been 2 deaths in the last hour. Somebody in their home and someone in a courtyard under a tree. We think the Grim Reaper's in town.
I think Zach will just to Tat just kind of quietly like house or in a courtyard, just to see which one was his.
I'm sorry, what?
Zach kind of casually, while they're walking quietly to Tat, goes, in a house or under a tree, to determine which one was Tat's kill.
And there was one in a house and one under a tree.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
He's asking which one was you.
I don't think Tat answers that. I think Tat is I don't even think Tat hears that.
I think that's fair.
I think Tat is very like, much like I was just then, in
Another world.
their own head, just truly like trying to decide if this is, he's killed lots of people and truly for a lot less. And this still is not sitting well or right with him.
Zach will hand him a flask.
I think he drinks it. I think that like no second thought, just the whole thing.
Yeah. Yeah, Zach pulls one of the bottles that he took from his parents' house out of his bag, refills it, actually hands the bottle over to Tat, and then just continues on his way.
Cool. So you'll head into the library?
Yes.
Sick. Yeah, you walk in, you see the sort of like main foyer. It has a very much like a sort of like museum feel to it. There's like a reception desk, big, tall ceiling. The whole place is very like beautiful architecture, like stained glass windows. It's like somewhere in between a cathedral and a museum. Like it seems to be basically like a mixture of the two. So you walk in, and you see behind the reception desk, you see a like green dragonborn wearing a pair of little like spectacles, looks up as you walk in and goes, "Hello, how can I help you all today?"
Howdy, we're just visiting the big city and wanted to take a look at some, find our notebooks and kind of see what life has in store.
Excellent. There's several people sitting up at this sort of desk, and you see this person sort of like gets up, sort of adjusts. They have basically a little like cardigan on. And they like do the little like adjustment of get up, sort of like push their spectacles up. Like I would be more than happy to show you to your notebooks. You can also, if you're interested, we do tours of like. We have many historical artifacts here as well. You can see some of the amazing stories that have been written here.
Cool.
Yeah, that are sort of the notebooks are sort of in the back of the building, in a more sort of private area, so we can either zoom straight on there, or I can sort of give you the tour as we go, whatever you all would prefer.
Can I do a history check to see, because obviously he's not a paladin of the writing, but is there like any significance to any of the things that that person just said, like historically, of like, ooh, this is the pen of the author?
Yeah, go ahead and roll me either a history or a religion check.
I'm stupid. I can't do either of those things.
Actually, anybody can roll me a history or religion check.
I'm a paladin. Can I roll his religion with advantage?
As you said, you are not a paladin of the writing.
But I am a paladin. I understand religion.
I got a 14.
Oh! I got a nat 20.
Nat 20.
I got a 3.
T, as
Yes,
as the party researcher, specifically into sort of like if Zach shares, like, quietly shares his thought to you of, like, is there something, like, writing related? Oh, yeah. The majority of this is a library of the writing. The majority of the artifacts that they have here are, sorry, gay. Picture of a MILF.
Diversity, man.
I'm putting on a Discord. This is important. Anyway, continue.
Anyway, the majority of the, like, artifacts and, like, stories and historical stuff that they have here are going to be related to the religion of the writing. So it probably wouldn't hurt to get a little more insight into that kind of stuff.
Do I know any of them?
I'm gonna say, for the ease of, I imagine if you guys are going to pass through, I will tell you more about the things if you want to go and look at them.
Okay.
Just so
But
we're
can
not...
we pretend that I've read some of them read
Yes,
about some of them
absolutely.
in the book?
With that nat 20, you can have sort of as the your tour guide essentially, like, walks through and says, like, and this is this and this is this. You can absolutely ask me questions about them and have more historical insight into things you want to know about them with that nat 20. Absolutely.
Okay.
Before we get started, we might want to take our little break.
Yes. Oh, hell yeah. Cool. But just to double check, you guys are wanting to get a little bit of info about stuff as you go along? Cool.
Yeah.
Sick. Then we will pick up with that after our quick little 10-15 minute break. So we will be right back. And we are back. Welcome back. It's time for some lore. Cool. So on a nat 20, this Dragonborn tour guide sort of adjusts their spectacles and is like, great, if you all want to follow me. First of all, if you haven't been here before, welcome to Amerion. My name is Elun. I'm one of the tour guides in the library.
Whoa. Sorry, I just time out real quick. I'm sorry. Are you telling me that this library, this place, is now a hub of capitalism?
You didn't pay anything to be here.
Never mind. Continue.
More like a sort of, it's free,
It's like a pope.
It's
If
like
a pope were to
it's like
visit
a
the
museum.
Vatican.
It's like a free museum. It's like a a place that
Smithsonian.
exists. It's like this Smithsonian vibes. A place that exists for, historical and also religious purposes. But like there are people here who are like this is like subsidized by the city and the government and the like nobles and whatever, so like people have full-time jobs here of like, I'm gonna tell you about the history of stuff.
The history of stuff.
So she's doing the like walking backwards thing as you go, but she does keep sort of like looking behind her to make sure she doesn't trip on stuff. And it's like, fun facts about Amerion. We are the largest city in the world of book. This city was named more than 1,000 years ago, after the cleric Ameria Vane. We have sort of become the hub for the religion of the writing. We have the largest library in the world. And we happily house the notebooks of every citizen of the world here, as well as pretty much every story that we are able to channel through the author. If you walk through this room right here, you'll see many artifacts, most of which are related to the religion of the writing, some of which are artifacts that you have seen featured in some of the important historical stories that you may have grown up reading or hearing about. Over here we have the Stones of the Beloved. To your right here we have the Scepter of Wishes, and of course we have the Ink of Ameria Vane. This is probably one of our most famous artifacts here. Yes.
Who was Ameria Vane?
Ameria Vane was, let me look at my notes to make sure I'm telling you the right thing.
Yeah, don't lie to me or I'll be upset.
I won't lie to you.
I'll cry. So hard.
Ameria Vane was the, is this the right thing? Hold on. Ameria Vane was the first and only person to be able to channel the author's words through her own hand, through this magical ink that she used. As you may know, clerics today, and most clerics throughout time, have channeled the author through their own magical connection, or channeling it through artifacts. And Ameria Vane found a way to do something sort of in between that, where with a combination of some very intricate spells, runes, a quill, and this ink, she was able to channel the words as she physically wrote them, rather than just channeling to have them appear on the page. She was actually able to have the author almost physically guide her hand as she wrote. Unfortunately, many of the spells and the runes and the quill have all been lost to time. We do still, however, have the ink here. And you see sort of suspended behind like a glass case, you see just like a sort of defying gravity, this like ball of black ink. Nerd.
Someone had to. You know someone had to.
No.
Your head snapped up when you said that.
It is this floating sphere of just that sort of like so dark it almost absorbs light, black ink.
I'm gonna shoot a look at Tat.
Right now.
He's still eating his ice cream and his waffle cone.
So I'm so sorry. What was the look for? I'm so confused.
Can you roll an insight check? Because I can't tell you.
Okay,
Yeah, go
why
ahead and
not?
roll an insight check.
I'll roll an insight check. It's probably that's nat 20. That's 3 times tonight. I don't know what's happening. I think I'm gonna die. I think me in real life.
Braeden,
Braeden, we're gonna.
Me in real life. I think
That's
is-
worse. Knock on fucking
my
wood.
god!
Braeden, stop. We're gonna have a good time tomorrow night, and it's gonna be so delightful. And no one will die. Not one.
That's nat 20.
Zach is looking at you and trying to convey, hey, this feels like something the Unwritten can use to fuck us.
Cool.
You
Good
actually
stuff.
you rolled so high you read Zach's mind.
That's really beautiful. Really shows the connection they've been establishing. I love that.
They're best.
Oh my god, I could cry. They're so cute.
Hi, Toby.
Yes.
Best buds.
I heard that over the speaker.
He wants to say hello.
Oh, baby.
Oh, Tobias.
We just gave him a bath. He's very soft.
It's very soft.
My cats are in the
Oh.
background
Smells
fighting.
nice.
Like, look at them. I mean, they're playing, but like, it looks like they're fighting.
T, on your nat 20 check that you had before, is there anything that you sort of would like to know about the history of any of the artifacts that I mentioned?
What are the stones of the beloved?
The Stones of the Beloved are an artifact from the first love story that was channeled from the author. So the first love story that was like magically made into a story, and the basically the story is that it's a beautiful set of stones that one lover gave to the other as sort of like a physical representation of their love for each other. So it's representative of like, wow, this is a cool thing from the first love story, and also is an interesting thing of like for us to show and represent that stories are actual sort of historical events.
So, do they hold any actual significance, or are they the actual stones?
They are the actual stones, yes.
Okay. So they're
They
stones
they
from a love story?
they're stones from the first love story channeled. So you don't think that the stones themselves are like a magical item. The significance here is more of the like historical hey, this is neat. We have a physical thing from the first love story that we magically channeled.
Okay.
Volition, what's up?
There was, what was the thing you said between the stones and the ink? There was the middle thing with the gold.
The Scepter of Wishes.
Thank you. Okay.
Whoa! Like a bunch of wish spells?
That's
That's what I was wondering.
Yeah, look, the ink is definitely plot relevant. We probably don't want the cult to have access to a wish spell.
T, on, if you would like, on your nat 20, I can tell you a little bit about the Scepter of Wishes.
Yes.
This is, likewise from a very, very early on story. This is essentially, it's somewhere between, like, a, genie rubbing the lamp and a, like, King Midas story, essentially. Sort of like a monkey paw situation. It is a sort of morality tale of a person who found this scepter and discovered that when they wished for something, they received it, but there was always a catch, and they only had 3 wishes, and once their third wish, they, after making the first 2 wishes, after having the dire consequences of them, they decided to use their third wish to make the scepter no longer grant wishes, so that it couldn't hurt anybody else. But the price of that is they were essentially, their like soul and form was essentially sort of like sucked into the scepter as the price that it took. As far as you know, and as far as anybody who's tried knows, the scepter no longer grants wishes. Probably. But it is, again, very sort of like there's a slight chance, but anybody who's tried it hasn't worked. And it's more here for the historical significance. But all of these things are very clearly, like, they're in, like, glass cases, and you would definitely assume there is some, like, you know, runic wards here that would be, like, protective.
Can I ask the tour guide? I thought nobody had ever spoken to the author before? Directly to the author.
That would be correct. No one has spoken to or ever, like, heard the author. Mary Vane came, bless you, Bubba, came the closest that anyone ever has, with this sort of, this is the most direct communication that anyone has ever had with the author, in the way that she was able to, you know, feel her hand being guided by the words. Yeah, it's remarkable, really, how close she was able to get, and no one has ever been able to recreate it since. And unfortunately, most of the aspects of what she used have been lost to time. If you're interested in, you know, specifically, you know, artifacts about the writing and things that are related to that, we do have some interesting plaques over here about artifacts that are stored in other places in the world, that we don't physically have here, but have some really fascinating information about them.
Do any of those artifacts happen to be in Nimdel or Delroom?
I don't believe that we have any plaques about artifacts in Nimdel, but we do, she sort of walks over to a plaque that says the Feather of the Warrior. She says, actually, this artifact, the Feather of the Warrior, was stored in on display on the library in Delroom until a few weeks ago, when, you know, all of that horrible sort of, like, attack happened in Delroom. A lot of things went missing from the library, and this was one of them. But it's a really fascinating artifact, and I'm sure we'll be able to track it down. But yes, so it's a feather from an Aarakocra monk named Guys. Which, if you will all remember, everyone who went to the monastery,
I was about to say,
you met him. He was a spirit who was there as part of the Endless Monastery, sort of coming back and training monks. But you fully met this guy, funky little eagle Aarakocra dude. And yeah, Evelyn starts sort of telling you a little bit about it. She's like, yeah, he was one of the founders of the Endless Monastery. He died many years ago. That it was actually during an attack on Delroom. And he sort of he was able to channel the divine power of the author through his, like, bravery and determination, and he was able to save the entire city. And that sacrifice, and, you know, sort of the power of the author to provide that power and that security in that moment are remembered through this feather, which is actually was the only thing physically left after his sacrifice.
Damn.
But fascinatingly enough, the Endless Monastery, because of the way that it works, he is actually still, he's not alive and well, but we do know that he is well in his afterlife and is still kicking around, literally, and training many new generations of monks, and seems
I
to be perfectly happy with, how things went down.
Yeah, I mean, he's lovely.
Good for him. Good
Oh,
for
have
him.
you met him?
Of course.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That
no,
is
for sure.
Fascinating. What is he like?
Oh, he's a gem.
Oh, I don't remember, to be honest with you. That was a while ago.
I think he was grumpy.
Feels like a year ago now, but yeah, no, he was he was quite lovely and nice.
That's
Oh,
amazing.
hospitality, fantastic.
That is so good to know. I've been trying to plan a trip to the Endless Monastery for ages, and I'm just
Oh,
so excited.
gorgeous. You should probably go soon. Am I right, guys?
Yup.
Oh, why is that?
With the sign of the times and what's all going on these days, you never know.
I don't know. I think the weather's just gorgeous right now, man.
I mean, yeah, we're about to get it, into summer. It's a good time to travel.
Well, if you
For sure,
end up
for
stopping
sure.
in Calgary before you go up there, there's a bakery that you gotta try.
Oh, is that
Wonderful
so?
sourdough bread.
Oh my goodness.
Made by the grumpiest man, but he's very in love with his wife, and she's quite talented. So
I love love.
And writes a note. Me too.
Right back.
now, all right. You said there's nothing in Nimdale.
Not anything that I can think of. They don't house a huge amount. Not anything particularly related to the religion of the writing. Nimdal is quite focused on the god Bliss. And so any artifacts that would be stored there are more likely to be sort of in her favor or related to her history. I can't think of any that we have sort of on display there. But every capital has at least a few, interesting artifacts stored and on display in their libraries.
Now, there haven't been any other, by chance, any other crazy events happen in any of those capitals or anything, have there?
Not that I'm aware of. I'm more of a historian than a current news kind of person. But yeah, I actually heard about the whole Delroom thing like a good week or two late.
I mean, we did too, so there's that.
Yeah. But not as far as I know.
What about in that other place that I totally remember the name of? That,
Mildred Hall?
Nope. The other place that got
Hellport.
attacked.
Dusttown.
Duskport.
Dusk.
Oh wow! Look, I got some of it.
Was Bliss a god?
Bliss is a god, yes. Bliss is the god that you would recall Ulva Amvi was a paladin of.
Bitch.
She's referred to as Bliss or Helm or Serenity. She has many names.
Girl, me too.
Hi again.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey.
Um,
I'm
what I
sorry,
missed
that's
instead.
track.
They are asking questions. Duskport. And she's like, I can't think of any like artifacts stored there off the top of my head. Duskport, I believe, is a smaller sort of town. Typically, smaller towns don't have like crazy important historical artifacts stored there unless it was like an artifact that is from that town, and they have it on display with significance sort of related to their town, but I can't think of any.
All right, I'm just so curious. I know there's stuff going crazy right now. Shit's going missing all over the place.
Yeah, I know. We're going to be having we're going to be having meetings, soon about trying to like sort of up the security, because it's a concern. Obviously, we have a very complicated magical system, so we're not. I say this lightly, again, a historian, not the security guy, but we're pretty confident. But it's certainly a concern, though it's a crazy world.
What sort of stuff do you guys like? is it like the spells? And so he's gonna try and like sweet talk her into totally giving up all the information.
Make me a persuasion check.
Anybody want to help me?
I'll do the help
Yeah.
action. I'll give the help action.
Do you just give her doe eyes?
Yeah, tell whoever
Those
wants to
beady
help.
little eyes.
Tell
I
me
bat
what
my
you're doing.
eyelashes and I look real sweet.
God, that
just a
was
little-
not
He's
cute.
just a little guy. He's just a little guy.
Natural
He's
20, 27.
Yeah.
Fucking God. There's too many. No, take a picture of your crit.
No.
It's been happening so much tonight. I keep also forgetting telling people to take pictures of their crits because it keeps fucking happening.
Crit pick.
Fuck, now 20 persuasion check. She's like, yeah, so we have runes, around each, glass case, that would, first of all, they do several things. First of all, set off an alarm. Second of all, it would, sort of create a, like, wall of, sort of like produce some fire out, not too close to the artifact, just sort of out, around, as well as, encasing the, case where it is stored, in earth, and we also have plenty of security here in the library, some which are, some very talented, strong, like, melee, combatants, as well as, we always have at least one, wizard on staff, yeah, so we've got sort of countermeasures as best we can, and yeah, we're probably going to be upping them. We have a meeting. I think I need to check my calendar. I think our meeting is tomorrow. To sort of schedule, figuring out how we can strengthen our security here.
Counter question. Or not counter question. Follow-up question. Is she fucking any of the martial guards? I'm only asking because of the specific wording that she said about, oh, very strong and talented.
Is she one of them?
No, is she fucking one of them?
Make me an insight check.
Anybody else curious about that, or is it just me?
I'm a little
Yeah,
curious.
I'll make
Yeah.
an insight check.
Yeah, I'll just do one then. Natural
I
20.
did one.
Are you fucking kidding
On
me?
the same die.
Did you get another nat 20? Okay, I do want to say I got a 24.
Yeah, you
18.
both see a very particular sort of like lovesick glint in her eyes when she's describing, like, oh yeah, very, very talented. In fact, you see her, sort of glance out of the corner of her eye, and you see, sort of posted up against a wall, like holding on to a like great axe, in front of her. You see a, like, dwarven woman standing there in, like, full plate armor, looking very intimidating, who sort of, like, does a little glance and has a slight, like, sort of smirk back at her.
Aww.
Love wins.
Diversity win.
Love wins. The librarian's a lesbian. Okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, isn't she? What's hard for the horse?
Every librarian I've ever known. Okay. Zach's gonna kind of smile at that.
That's interesting because I've never known a lesbian
Braeden,
librarian.
don't ruin this for us.
I'm
Well,
so sad for
That's
you.
Varian.
Let's
Librarian.
God. Alright. Well, so I and my compatriots here sort of specialize in security and understanding how things work and how to protect. I'm curious, is the public, open to those meetings? Are you guys looking for consultation?
No, this is a staff meeting. Sort of.
This staff me.
one of the things that we're concerned about that several of the attacks and some of the theft that happened in particularly in Delroom, there were a few sort of like new employees that were involved in that and have since sort of like skedaddled off. So we are not currently looking to sort of like consult or bring anybody new on there, just as an added security measure.
Understandable. My only other question is, those runes, they, that could be bullshitting, but this is for you to decide. They look a little bit familiar to me. Were those, by chance, designed by Zakkas Austem?
Roll me a luck check. With advantage.
15.
That name sounds very familiar. I believe so. I think that she's consulted for us before, so that it's certainly possible. I don't know off the top of my head, but I recognize the name certainly, so I probably.
Well, as a matter of fact, I am her brother, and if you were to want to get into contact to see, if she had other ideas about how to strengthen those runes or any backup ideas, I can contact her. She's not here at the moment, but I can zoom her in.
She was actually just here about like I want to say like a week ago.
Okay.
Yeah, she was in America.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like a week or two ago. I'm so bad with guessing time, but it was.
Oh, she was in America. Yeah, no, you're right.
Quite recent.
For sure.
So I know that she had some like extra consulting meetings with some of our like higher ups in security. So I think that they have ways to contact her, but I appreciate that. Thank you. Are you a wizard too?
No, I am a man of God myself.
Oh, that's fascinating. Which one?
I think that laugh was in character.
You say the author? Make me a deception check.
Can I also insight check that, or do I just at this point awaken to knowing that's not true?
Oh, I rolled a 3.
Uh-oh. I know it's not
She
true.
rolled a 4.
It's a 10.
I'm gonna say she probably has a good insight.
Hold on, let me.
Yeah, Volition.
double check
Volition,
that
you
one.
also roll because I don't think it's come up.
Oh no, deception's a 6. I'm wrong. I rolled a 6.
You rolled 6. Cool. Yeah, she sort of like tilts her head, looks at you, is like, really?
I'm a new study. I wasn't before. I'm converting.
Cool. Well,
Cool.
if you're interested in learning more, artifacts are a great place to start. There's so much to learn here. I know a few paladins and clerics who have sort of gone on like a pilgrimage to every capital and gone and seen like all of the artifacts. There's some like really cool ones to hit up. So like obviously the ink of a Merry Vein is a big one. It would have been great to see the feather of the warrior. That was. But you've met guys, so I feel like that, also is sort of a substitute for that. It was super cool. Yeah, most of the ones we had, the Stones of the Beloved. I would definitely check out the Golden Inkwell in Alzaz, and the Thread of Destiny in Virma. Those are all really, really good to sort of check out. Very, very, like, powerful, important, like, artifacts of the writing.
What was the last one?
The Thread of Destiny.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
This is like, I feel like I'm being hand-fed, like, plot devices right now. Like, I'm...
What do you mean?
Like, I feel like you just gave us a hit list.
Where is the thread of
Let me make sure I'm telling you the right thing.
Where is the fettuccine Alfredo?
On your left.
Second one.
Take a look. Oh my god, if I was magician, I would have fettuccine alfredo for right there for you right now. But I'm not a magician though, so that's not gonna happen.
I'm not a
Damn.
fighter. I never claimed to be a fighter.
Virma, which is the capital of Vemheim.
Tragically, it is old man bedtime.
Oh.
Damn.
It is 9 p.m. I need to be up in 8 hours. But I love you all very much.
We love
I
you.
love you
Feel
too.
better.
Couple
Hello.
of I'm gone.
Very
Love you guys.
nice.
Bye.
Good night.
Goodbye.
What was the second one?
The second one was the Golden Inkwell. That one is in Alsace, which is the capital of I Know My Own World.
Yeah.
I Know My Own World. Capital of Alinarius, which is the kingdom that Tat's hometown is in.
Well, shit.
So were there 2 or 3 artifacts?
4 in. Well, she just listed 3. So she listed the Feather of the Warrior, which obviously you can't go see because it's missing.
Yeah.
But that one used to be held in Delroom. The Golden Inkwell is in Alsace, and the Thread of Destiny in Virma. And then there are the artifacts here. The seemingly sort of like most important ones are the Ink of Ameriavane, the Stone of the Beloved, and the Scepter of Wishes.
Toby. My ring works today.
Cool.
Can you tell me more about the Golden Inkwell?
Tell me more. Tell me more.
No.
Yeah, she's like, there are actually plaques right over here, both for the Golden Inkwell and the Thread of Destiny. She sort of walks you over to it, and the plaque reads, the Golden Inkwell was a gift given from a dwarf to their lover, who was a writer, just a writer, who would go on to become the very first cleric of the writing, and use this inkwell as essentially a magical focus to channel the author's words into a blank book for the first time, which began was the first instance of the religion of the writing. And you also would know, as a fun historical fact, that is the time that began the new era. So, do you know how years have, like, we are, what is it? We're not it's not CE anymore. It's
BC.
BCE.
BCE, and we're not BCE. We're
AD.
Yeah, no, we're
AD.
BCE is before the Common Era.
Oh, so
Yeah.
we're CE now. Okay, it is CE now. I always mix up
Yeah.
what is the current. So we're CE, right, in our world. In book, you are IW. And I know what the year is, but I don't have it written down off the top of my head. It's like 1230 or something like that. Don't quote me on that. I will find you the actual year. But 12 something. But you would know that when this happened, this new era that started with the Golden Inkwell, that was year 0. So that was like the thing that started this new era of IW in writing. So that one is obviously very, very both religiously and also super historically, like, important.
Something about this makes me nervy.
So it was ID? Was that the era?
IW for in writing.
Nah, I get it. Because religion controls this whole place. Right?
It's like this season of the fucking Mandalorian.
Oh, man, I am so bad at chess. I'm just never going to be good.
I'm sorry about it, buddy.
It's okay. It's not really something I've ever aspired to be good at.
I'm sorry about it, buddy.
That's rough.
I'm
Buddy.
much better at checkers.
I like checkers too.
I haven't played checkers in like fucking 20 years.
Same.
Dude, checkers is so cool.
You're such an
It's
old
pretty
man.
fun.
Dude, checkers is like the best game.
You just sit at Cracker Barrel with your homies and just.
I will say the only time I have walked into a Cracker Barrel has been with Braeden.
That checks it out.
It's okay because back in the day, I would have felt completely comfortable in a Cracker Barrel, and now I just go in to play checkers.
But you,
Do you not
wait.
feel comfortable while you're playing checkers in a Cracker Barrel?
No, not anymore.
Who do you play with? All your friends are like gay people. Wait, no, I'm sorry. You're Catholic couple and your other straight. Yeah, no, you're good. I'm sorry. I
Anyway, continuing the lore drop. The Thread of Destiny. Oh, that's all posted notes here. Thread of Destiny, which is the one that was is stored in Virma. It is oh my god, I can't read my own handwriting. It is a long and continuous spool of thread that is sort of constantly being weaved into more of itself. So it's kind of like a Ship of Theseus situation where it's like none of the original thread is still on the spool. However, the thread never has ended. Like, it's constantly being continued and added onto, so the spool is always full, even as the thread is being used, so it is still all the Thread of Destiny. It was first made and blessed by a halfling paladin, who I actually have a name of that I can totally read. Burnhold
Yeah.
Long River.
true.
And yes, it was blessed by a paladin of the writing. It is traditionally used to sew at least one part of like ceremonial robes for both political and religious leaders in Vemheim, as it is said to bring good luck and sort of head the leaders down the right path that they are destined for. So it is sort of more of a symbolic thing than anything else. But it is yeah.
No
sort of-
robes.
Say one more time.
Used so ceremonial robes for who?
For both political and religious like leaders and like important figures, specifically in the kingdom of Vemheim.
Sounds a little Nordic, doesn't it? Venheim.
It is a little Nordic.
It's a little Nordic.
It's a little Nordic. Little.
Apparently I suck at checkers, too.
I'm so sad for you. It's really tragic.
Okay, we'll get there.
Yeah. artifact questions.
What other plaques are there? Are there any of note? Or were those like the main?
Those are the main ones. Those are the ones at the very least that Ilun sort of like points out to you as like these are the ones that if you are like getting into the religion of the writing, these are the ones that like you should know about.
I'm gonna ask, is there anything with Lady Twilight?
In what relation? Like any artifacts related to her?
Yeah.
I don't know that we have any here in the library. Most of our artifacts are specifically related to the writing. But there are, temples and museums related to almost every god somewhere in the city here. We are a hub for the religion of the writing, but we also have sort of become a hub for every god that you can think of. People come here to, learn about all kinds of religions and faiths and gods and deities. I don't, off the top of my head, well, let me see, actually. Let me make a little check. I actually think, I don't think we have it on display right now, but I believe in our archives right now, we have a preserved necrolion flower, which is really fascinating because if you read the Gentlefolk Saga, you will know that the Lady Twilight created the necrolion flower. However, it is not something that actually exists in our world. And as far as we know, the world that the Lady Twilight lived her life in is somewhere either very far from here or perhaps in another, like, plane of reality, which is really interesting. And we actually, decades ago, a singular necrolion was found. I believe it was in the woods, in sort of the north of Alinarius. I'm not sure exactly where, but yeah, a single necrolion was found there, and we have it preserved here.
How secure are the archives?
That's an interesting. I like that.
Quite secure. I would say our archives might even be more secure than the artifacts that are on display here, because of course they have all of the same security measures, but they also have the benefit of being further into the library in sort of areas that only staff can go in to begin with. So they're quite secure.
Okay.
I think Zach is gonna walk away a little bit and call Thea.
Cool. Figure out where she is. Sort of hear ringing just for a second, before she picks up. Hey there, little Nat.
I need you to get us into a leadership meeting in Marion. Also, hi.
Hi. You can never just call to say, Oh, hey there. It's nice to talk to you. Every time we talk, one of us is fucking dying or in a crazy situation. I would love every once in a while just a hey, I'm calling just to say hi.
Hi.
Alright, what do you need? You need me to get you into a leadership meeting?
Look,
The fuck do you mean?
here's what's going down. And then he's gonna like hold the ring up closer to his mouth so that he's not like saying, like, in case anybody is like, ooh, they're having a leadership meeting? That's what about? And he's gonna be like, alright, so they are discussing the security of the library in Marion because they're worried about threats. You need to get us in this room so we know what the fuck's going on and who's watching, so that we can know how to, what they've got in place, and also know if we need to kick somebody's ass that's like trying to get in, or have some of us in there, some of us posted outside, in the chance that obviously when they're all meeting, that's probably when they're gonna hit. I'm just trying to save the world. So I'm sorry I did just call you to say hi.
Oh, okay, all right. You don't have to end it with a guilt trip. God damn.
It's about the hustle. It's about the hustle.
Like, all right.
I love you.
I love you. All right. So, first of all, I just talked to the curator of the library when I was there in Marion. We discussed the runes. I went through. I've checked fucking all of them, even the ones in the archives, and I made sure to update any that were a little lax. I added as sort of extra layers on there. There are now runes that are outside as well. There's runes on the doors. All they need to do is any one of them basically just has to activate them. All of the security guards have an activation word. It doesn't need to be like the one wizard that's on staff. They all are able to activate them if there's the slightest hint of trouble. There's a lot of good security there. I did also talk to them about the security meeting because I knew that I was probably not going to be able to make a meeting because of all the bullshit y'all have got going on. God knows I can't fit a meeting into my schedule. I made sure to talk with them about making sure that not everybody is there. So don't worry, they're still going to have a full security staff on the floor during the meeting. As far as I know, it's mostly the sort of more of the higher ups, and then security that is missing it is going to get filled in afterwards. But they're believe it or not, being vaguely smart about this shit.
You know as well as I do that that's gonna mean shit if the who start digging around.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying I don't know if I can. I don't have as much sway as you think that I do, and I just don't get your hopes up on me as getting you snuck into a fucking meeting. I can send a letter, I guess, but I just don't know how much sway that's gonna have. I just want you to manage your expectations here.
I just don't know what else to do because I figure we gotta hurt them before they hurt us because it's about to be ugly.
I mean, that's fair. Do you have any idea? Do you have any indication of like when they're gonna be there?
A couple of days, I reckon, and I imagine if it's not tomorrow, it'll be. I mean, they've got to hit during the meeting. That's what I would
why
think.
don't y'all? You have never been one to work with authority. Why don't y'all just post yourselves up in or around the library and fucking keep extra guard?
I mean, that's gonna be sort of the plan anyway, but you'll be mad at me if I die doing that.
Yeah, I will. I'll be mad at you if you die doing anything.
Look, it only happened one time and it was an accident.
Well, it only takes one time where it's an accident and nobody's around to bring you back to life. That, that's all it takes. So, just be careful. you know, protect yourself. Use protection.
Haha, very funny.
By the way, you are using protection, right?
Oh my god.
I don't think that's any of your fucking business, Theo. Oh,
Just making sure.
speaking of which, Baron and I are cool again.
Good. I figured y'all would get there. The way that you two look at each other is honestly sickening.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, miss, I'm dating a really tall, sexy orc lady, and I
Yeah.
look at her like she's got
Yeah,
the
I
stars
am.
in the sky.
And that's my business.
I'll stay out of your business, you stay out of my fucking business.
Fine. I'm just saying, I don't necessarily want a, you know, surprise niece or nephew. So
Okay.
you're ready for that. Just be careful.
Okay. Are we done? I'm not 10.
You called me.
Oh, well, I meant with that. How's Jack?
He's good. We're actually on his way. We're on our way to, God, meet up with all of them.
Don't do that.
That is his mom. We are not this kid's parents. We are. Listen, he's having fun hanging out with us. We can't just keep him forever.
Who said?
Zach. His mom is alive and well and crazy. If we try to keep her child away from her, she will hunt us to the ends of the earth. Besides, Sponge is, for some reason, don't tell her I said this. I don't understand fucking why, because I hate Ulva. But Sponge is still trying to have a good relationship with her sister. So, besides, the kid idolizes her. So we are bringing Jack back to his mom now that it seems like Nimdal is in a safer spot. Seems like all the craziness has sort of cleared itself out, and now it's just rebuilding.
Fine.
Alright, I will get writing a letter, and I'll send a wormling over to the library there and see if I can convince them to let you in on the meeting, but I don't...
Oh, just let them know that there's crazy stuff afoot, and you think that you wanted to send some foot soldiers just in case, as, you know, an extra support to make sure that they got their money's worth for whatever the fuck they paid you for.
They paid me to consult on runes.
Yeah.
I don't manage security there.
Well, just, it's a bonus, you know.
I will let them know my professional opinion and see if that does fucking anything. I'm just saying. That ain't what my job is.
I don't know what your job is. I never
I
have.
know you don't know what my job is because it's too intellectual for you.
Okay. Goodbye, Thea.
Goodbye. I love you.
I love you too.
I love you.
I love you.
I love you.
Aww.
Love you. Cool. Yeah, what's up next? I know that you guys wanted to check out notebooks.
Yes.
Is there any sort of stuff that you want to do on the way to getting to notebook room, and then we'll sort of pick up there next time, I think.
No, just still keeping an eye out for Baron, making sure he didn't get caught for murder.
I mean, you're in the library, so it's a little hard to keep an eye, but...
I mean, I figured that he would figure that's where we're going.
Fair points. Actually, let me see. Yeah, actually, right around the time as you guys are sort of hanging out, you hear some little steps, and you see Baron sort of like pokes his head into the room of the artifacts, and is like, "Oh, there you are," and sort of jogs up to you all. He's like, "Right, sorry, I had some errands to run. What are we off to?"
We're looking at the artifacts here that are related heavily to the writing and its history. And, you know, that, you know, are just of such great value that, you know. And Thea designed these runes for protection because obviously they're need, you know, they're very special. And if she was in charge, we know that it's important. Trying to indicate, like, with this is what we're trying to do.
Roll it up, attention. It's not bad. He only has like a +1. That's like a 13. I think he gets the gist. Like,
Yeah.
Great. Hey, well, artifacts are not my thing, but
They're not mine either, but they're probably somebody else's.
I got it.
How does he look?
Make me an insight check.
My computer's too smart.
Because you can't beat it at chess.
Checkers.
You can't beat it at checkers.
Well, I get real angry because every time I get close to winning, it's like it's a draw, and I'm like, no, it's fucking not. You just can't win.
7.
So it'll never tell me I won.
17.
And I was kind of looking to see, like, does he look hurt? Is he just sad?
He doesn't look hurt. He looks much the same as he often does, of like clearly like, you know how in the morning the like mask fully slipped and he broke down. You can see the mask is sort of like firmly back up right now. Like he's very like, haha, everything's fine. And is definitely sort of, you know, going through it underneath that, but is not like outwardly in turmoil.
Okay. Alright. Yeah, I think we're just gonna try and check out some more notebooks. I don't really need to look at mine anymore, I don't think, but I think the rest of these guys want to.
Great.
Yeah. Is there anything else?
I have one more question for the librarian,
Cool.
which she may or may not know. Do you know anything about the night serpent?
Let me roll a history check. That is a nat 1.
Oh no.
No.
Devastating.
I've heard that name.
Do you know anything about Mommy Night Serpent?
Oh, the night mommy. Well, actually, no. I'm gonna honor. Actually, you know what? She absolutely has the fucking researcher feat, so she would roll this with advantage.
Ooh. No, I won't.
That's pretty good. The night serpent. Again, not my like focus in research. But I know about her. Sure. Do you have any like specific questions? I mean, I know she's. I can give you like a broad. You know, she is an entity. She's not quite demon. She's certainly not celestial.
More like a fiend.
Sort of. She's sort of like same level.
Kind of like a
As-
bitch.
Sorry, what was that?
What? I didn't say anything.
Oh, weird. Yeah, she's decently like a similar level to like gods, but definitely isn't one. She's sort of a little thing unto herself. I know that she has a lot of dominion over the dream realm.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Sorry, do you have like questions or you keep like saying a
No,
lot of
I'm
comments?
sorry. I'm more of a comment kind of guy. I don't.
You just hadn't been doing that before, so I was just.
Oh no, he's
sorry.
just a peanut gallery and he's very passionate about certain
He's
subjects.
just a freak.
I eat lots of peanuts. They're right about that.
What?
I don't think
Oh
you know.
fuck!
I
I
don't
can fuck
think
up
you
a Five
understand
Guys
what that
grilled
means.
cheese right now. Braeden, tomorrow can we go to Five Guys? Sorry, I just need to say that.
Right now.
No, tomorrow.
Yeah. Are they open?
They're open all the time.
Well, are they open at 8:45?
I'll check later.
And any like specific questions related to the Night Serpent for the librarian here?
Does she ever exact her vengeance on people who piss her off?
Oh, absolutely. That's kind of her whole thing. I mean, well, that's not exactly right. I wouldn't say vengeance is her whole thing. But her whole thing, as far as we know, seems to be sort of like contract related. And in terms of vengeance, if people like break contracts with her, they are known to not exist for much longer after that.
But say that you fulfilled your contract and then you said something really mean.
I don't have
They're all
any
hypotheticals.
personal experience with contracts with her. I guess it would depend on what your contract was, and also I guess what you said. I don't really. I mean, she's kind of a like chaotic entity. I think she just kind of does whatever she wants. I would assume if you gave her enough reason to kill you, she would probably just do that. I don't know. I personally try to not piss off, primordial beings.
Well, I tell you what, it's fucking fun.
I'm gonna
Hypothetically, of
stand
course.
like 10 feet away from you.
Yeah, that happens often. He also smells awful.
I'm sorry. What the fuck? I'm like,
He just had a bath, but it's like it sticks to him. The stench, I mean.
I don't understand. What? This is new.
Bathing? I know.
No. Oh God, Jesus.
He's been depressed recently, and we're really trying to help him get back on his feet.
Yeah, touch starved.
Great. Can I answer any more historical questions for you guys?
No. Lead us to the books.
Okay.
Leave us little books.
I do want to double check any final questions specifically from T. I know you have a lot of history shit going on.
One more question about the Night Serpent would be, is there any way to defeat her, or... Yeah.
Ooh, that's certainly not something that I have done any research on.
We're writing a play.
Oh, interesting. Oh, it's really, really great to do your research on that kind of stuff.
Yeah, we don't want to convey anything inappropriately.
Of course, yeah. There's certainly some sources here in the library that you could probably look at to get a little more insight on that. But I would say, if you are like writing a play and trying to be accurate about like battling the Night Serpent, I would say probably, from what I know, her sort of thing is she doesn't really have a physical form. Like I said, she sort of holds court over the dream realm, which in and of itself is a sort of psychic realm. and most of the time when she visits people and hurts them, it is through their dreams and essentially in their own minds. I would say if you're trying to portray a realistic battle against the Night Serpent, I would say finding a way to portray that you're fighting her sort of psychically, almost using
No.
mind.
No, that's it doesn't work.
I mean, if we let Lunan loose on her, I think we could solve this problem in an instant.
And I think she would have an aneurysm, but I also don't think that's something I'm willing to try.
Hey, we have fun here.
I like I said, it's fighting monsters is not my area of expertise, but I do know that okay, I'm just gonna take that. No, I'm just gonna keep going. Cool.
Sorry, issues, as we said.
Right. Well, you wouldn't. That's your best chance. You wouldn't have any luck with physical attacks against her. I don't know if there's a way to hurt her mind using something physical, but that would probably be your best bet.
Well, thank you for your time. It looks like those folks over there could use some help.
Did you guys want to look at your notebooks?
I think we do, but I think we'll find another Claire. You've been so helpful.
Okay. Well, you guys enjoy yourselves. There's plenty of people sort of milling around. There will be a cleric in the notebook room. Just continue down this hallway. Your first right and then your first left, and that will be hard to miss. Big room, says notebooks. Enjoy.
May the author guide your way.
May the author forever be in your favor.
Okay. You guys have a good day.
Made her quit her job.
Zach's gonna turn around to Tat and be like, have you ever met a single person you haven't made uncomfortable?
Absolutely not.
Can all y'all that were listening to that make me quick intelligence checks really quick?
Tat, do you happen to be smart? No, T.
Of
T.
course.
T. I'll give T the help action.
Whoa, I'm smart.
I believe it when I see it, buddy.
Okay, fuck off.
Yeah,
Is it intelligence check?
Intelligence check from everybody.
Just
T-
like a flat intelligence.
Flat intelligence.
T. I'm giving you the help action.
I got a fucking 5.
Okay.
That's an 18.
Okay.
Braeden, put those things away. I love you.
I love you.
I love you. Fucking love you.
Walache.
Flat? Yeah, not good. 6.
Did you roll with advantage?
Yes.
Ooh.
You got a 6
I got
with advantage?
6 with
Oh,
advantage.
Fuck.
Damn. So our highest was an 18 from Tat.
Yes.
Tat, I will say specifically because of an item that you have, you would get from a D&D mechanics standpoint, from what this librarian was telling you, probably your best and potentially only bet, if you were ever in a situation where you wanted to fight the Night Serpent, psychic damage.
Interesting.
That's fascinating. You'd think that would be what you couldn't deal her.
You would think. However, if you're fighting against something that doesn't have a corporeal form...
Who does these days?
Who does these days?
Lest it be said.
Yeah, I think... while you're thinking about that...
Time out. River, do you know what you just said?
Lest it be said.
Okay, never mind.
What did
That's
you hear?
Nothing.
We'll ask again after the cameras are off.
Okay.
Oh god, I had a point to make. Fuck. With specifically your dream daggers, you think about the fact that, with those daggers, if you were to hit somebody in this plane, it would deal psychic damage instead of dealing physical damage, right?
Got it.
So that sort of clues you in on the, like, hey, dream-related things, the only way to hurt that, and the sort of, the plane that they exist on, is psychic. So. Cool. That is what you get. So you guys are going to head off, toward the notebook room. And if there is nothing else, last little quick stuff on the way, that is going to be where we end off for tonight.
All right. But before we end, you have to pitch something very important.
I have to pitch something very important next week.
Do you have the stuff loaded up so you can do a little...
No, I do not at all have anything loaded up. Next week, April 6th, same time, same place, 6 p.m. Pacific time, 9 p.m. Eastern time. We are going to have the very first session of our next mini campaign, the Almirage Festival. You'll see some familiar faces there. This boy, I will be DMing, River is playing, as well as some new faces that will be playing with us as well, and we're very excited about it. And we are going to be doing some fun little character intros and giving you guys some insight into our players and the characters that they're bringing into this campaign in the days leading up to our first session over on TikTok and Instagram and Twitter and all of that stuff. So keep an eye out for that. Yeah, we're very excited about it. It's going to be super duper fun. And yeah, that's happening next week. So make sure that you come hang out and check it out.
Yeah.
And also make sure that you're following all of the official Stories of Book social media accounts so that you can see all those fun little like things leading up and you don't miss out on anything there.
And drop us a follow on here so that you know when we go live.
Yes. Sick. Nice.
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 Nice. Cool. Anybody got any last little things to say?
Nope.
If you're cool, you're cool, man.
I've literally never heard truer words in my entire life. Is that the motto at SCAD?
Toby, I didn't realize he was. I went to put my legs on top of the PC and there was fuzz.
Lots of troubling things happening in the world. Don't be a part of it. Be a good guy.
Be a good
And
guy.
Be a good guy.
See you next week.
I live by that. Yeah, we'll see y'all next week. Thank you for hanging out with us. Thank you for watching. And we will see you next time.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night. You'll have a good night.